The UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has announced that there will be an increment in the wages of junior doctors, police officers, teachers, as well as other people in the public sector. So the plan to raise £1 billion to take care of this wage increment. Guess where the money is going to come from? The money is going to come from increasing the visa fees as well as immigration health surcharge fees. Now, it's been announced yesterday that the immigration health surcharge will be increased from £624 to £1,035. What do you think? What do you think about what is happening currently? Is that not a lot? That leads to 66% increase in that fee. Remember, there is a discount fee if your child is under 18, then you have to pay £470. That will also increase too. It has been increased to £776. So guys, if you intend to apply for any visa, just do it as soon as possible. The date for this increment has not been announced, but for sure, since the Prime Minister has announced that it's going to increase, it's going to increase. We just don't know the date this is going to be applied. Now, I'm just a bit worried because there are a lot of people that are affected by the recent, increment in school fees, recent changes in the school fees payment plan. There are a lot of people that are affected by the flotation of the naira. They have admission to come in, and this is happening. I've been saying that, please, if you're going to come into the UK, please plan. When do you start saving for visa fees? You start saving as soon as possible, because you can't just raise the amount that you need to switch from a student visa to maybe a post-study work visa or a skilled workers visa overnight. You need to save gradually and be careful while you're doing it. Now, with this being said, how can a family of 4 or a family of 3 take care of these issues, Because this increment is alarming. From my observation, I realized that a lot of master students who come in from Nigeria to study in the UK are people in their 30s. That's some people who have graduated from university a long time ago. They've started a family and they just want to leave that environment and come into the UK to settle. So that is why they are able to raise that money. When the UK government announced that they were going to stop dependent visa from January 2024, I felt that that would lead to a reduction in the number of people that will come into the UK, coming from Nigeria, China, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. But with this announcement, it's going to cause a huge reduction in the number of people that will come into the UK or choose the UK to pursue their study or settlement. So there's going to be increment in both the visiting visa as well as any other visa you're going to apply for. Let me read what I have here. He said in his own words, "We are going to prioritize paying public sector workers more. That money has to come from somewhere. We are going to increase the charges that we have for migrants who are coming to this country when they apply for visas. And indeed, something called the Immigration Health Surcharge, IHS, which is the levy that they pay to access the NHS." Listen to what he said further. He said, all of those fees are going to go up and will raise over 1 billion British pounds. So across the board, visa application fees are going to go up significantly, and similarly for the IHS. It's really a tough time. It's really a tough time to study in the UK or settle in the UK or maybe pursue a skilled workers visa in the UK. So you see, in order to pay doctors, teachers, police officers and other public sector workers, they're going to increase the cost of visas and immigration health surcharge. I'm going to read further what the government is proposing to do very soon. It says, at the same time, we will increase fees across a range of immigration and nationality routes, including for people coming here to live, work, and study at a time of record high migration numbers. Specifically, that means increasing the cost of work visas and visit visas by 15%. So, guys, if you're planning to bring in maybe your mom or your daughter or your wife or someone that you want to visit you, I think this is the best time to apply, because soon these fees will increase. Now, let me read further. And it says, and increasing the cost of study visas, certificates of sponsorship, settlement, citizenship, wider entry clearance, leave to remain, and priority visas by at least 20%. So if you have a visa that is about to expire, I think you should apply as soon as possible. That's all I can say, because I know that I renewed my spouse visa this year, and at that moment it says that the minimum financial requirement is 18,600. But the truth is that the last proposal that was submitted by conservatives said that they wanted to increase it to above 20,000 something. So see, if you have a visa to renew, just renew it as soon as possible. Let us read further. It says, we are also equalizing cost for students and those using a priority service so that people pay the same whether they apply from within the UK or from outside the UK. That will help to cover most of the cost of immigration and border system, allowing the Home Secretary to divert more funding to police forces to help fund the price rise for the police. I am not trying to say panic or not panic, but this is going to cause a huge, pressure on so many people who want to settle in the UK, study in the UK, and those who intend to come in and want to take loan to come into the UK might reconsider their move if they cannot meet the financial requirements. I also want to let you know about the IHS. Now, this IHS was introduced for the first time in 2015, and at that time it cost £200. It increased to £400 in 2018. And then in 2020, it further increased to £624. And now trying to increase it to £1,035 is ridiculous. Seriously, it is a lot. It is a lot for someone to pay, especially if you have a family of 2 or 3 or 4. It's really, really tough with these prices. So everybody, like I said, if you have a visa renewal, do it as soon as possible. And if you need to invite your mom or dad or your grandpa or your grandma, or your daughter to come and visit you, you should do it as soon as possible. Also, if you have a visa renewal, maybe towards the end of this year or next year, please save, save, save. I wish you the best. Thank you. I'm rooting for you. Bye-bye.